All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me here. ISO Prosperity Sisterhood had a great celebration as we're coming into this, and then we'll have a little discussion afterwards. So, I also just got off of a call, a podcaster's mixer that I put together, and it came from a space in my heart that said, I've had a really great winter because of these people, because of these conversations. And so, like, finding a way to appreciate them. And as the connection queen, I said, why don't I do this mixer? And so I invited probably about 30 podcasters, and a good percentage of them came to the live discussion. And it was very much like we do here in Sisterhood. And what I discovered, and so like as podcasters, they're in a very isolated space because so many of them do it all, right? And they're doing it to do other things. And yet it comes from a place of connection. And as I'm coming out of this and then into this conversation, I'm like, this is just, this is what I need to talk about. And it comes down to like, no two of us are ever exactly the same. It doesn't matter the platforms we use, it doesn't matter the setups or the strategies or what we had going into it versus what our plan is going out of it, or out into the world with it, I should say. Um, but it's about that exchange. It's about that exchange of energies in your perspective versus my perspective. And then how we go about doing the thing, because it comes down to there are no wrong answers. I say that in my journal. I say that in my coaching. I say that in Sisterhood when we go into our live discussion. Like there are no wrong answers. Okay, but you have to finish your popsicle. There are no wrong answers. Okay. And so in this live discussion that I just came out of and now going into a new one, the question I asked, and I can ask it here in that same way, and that is what kind of support would make your creativity, the thing you're going about doing, more sustainable? In Sisterhood, we have some of that built in, right? We have the people, we have the perspectives, we have the different like journal prompts and things like that, even like the question I just shared, from a space of connection. We've already done the reflecting, we've already done some of the rhythming, and being here every week is part of that rhythm. But then it comes down to the relationship. And when we ask for like what kind of support is it that we need for our creativity, for the thing that we are doing to make it sustainable, it sometimes starts with those connections, with those relationships. Thank you. Yep. Go sit. Okay. Or do your work. I'll be there in a minute. But it comes down to connection. And I just really am encouraged by having sat through the conversation that I just hosted, because I got to share my heart and then we all got to share our hearts. Like we have that conversation that says, I may be doing this thing, but I don't have to do it alone. Okay. Okay, bring me the remote. But we don't have to do it alone. It's that simple. And so as we go into our live discussion, I'm curious, what is it you're working on? Whether creatively, or maybe it's just that next sales goal. Okay. But what kind of support would make it more sustainable? I super enjoyed having this conversation. I plan to have more podcaster mixers, if I can call them that. But inside of Sisterhood, where we're having this conversation, it becomes that much more deep, that much more safe, less competitive, and more collaborative and more connected. And so, with that, we're going to have our live discussion. And if you're catching this on the replay, let's talk. Let's hear it. Are you in need of a sisterhood and you found this at random? Are you in need of this conversation more deeply, more one on one? I'm here. All right. With that, we'll go into our live discussion.